YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on Total War Warhammer, where we're going to get back into the swing of things here. We are in pretty decent shape. We won a pretty nasty battle against Chaos over here, but nasty or not, we won it. I'm about to get me some great swords here, which will be nice. And I've got this light wizard out here who it does have at least Shim's burning cheese, and I honestly probably need to get him into this army. Like trading out a swordsman or something for him would certainly be worth it. So I'm thinking about like merging those two units so that I have room.
What do you want of me?
And let's embed this light wizard there. We should be able to help fend off these returning chaos stacks that need a good solid beating. So let's see. I've got Karl Franz over here, and he's actually finally got some decent units in his army, and he's 3 turns away from having a pretty darn sturdy army here. Like, not perfect, but it's definitely going to be potent. So money-wise, we are good. We don't have a ton of money left this turn. Looks like I have some armies here. Let's take a look at my quest battles. I haven't looked at my quest in a long time. Amulet of Sea Gold. Carry out a successful assassination attempt against the undead. It seems like I had sent old Sextus over here to attempt that. Yeah, here he is.
Is it time?
Let's see who I have the best assassination chance against. Looks like this guy, the Vampire Lord, believe it or not. But let's see. Come on, Sextus. Yeah! So, it says a number of strange incidents have occurred within the Empire of late. Tombs have been desecrated and libraries broken into. Oddly, nothing has been taken. The Emperor's spies report that a number of ill-omened individuals have been connected to some of the misdeeds. The trick now is to catch one of them. So that's why it had us doing an assassination, as if we were catching someone. So now we need to recruit the following hero, a battle wizard. Let's see if we're able to do that, because it would be nice to get some of these cool legendary items. And we can recruit a battle wizard. Light wizard would be very helpful, and then honestly a fire or a bright wizard would not be bad either. And I don't know if I have any bright wizards just yet. Let's go ahead and snag this bright wizard. So it says the information received indicates that the intrusions are connected with the search for magical amulet believed to have been buried in the tomb of a powerful lord centuries ago. The fact that the enemy are searching over a large area and in libraries as well as tombs suggests that they are yet to discover the amulet's precise location. However, they seem to be concentrating their efforts within the eastern realms, and this provides a clue. Balthasar Gelt advises the Emperor that a search would best be orchestrated by the colleges of magic. So that's why we recruited a wizard, so that that search could take place. It says the wizard reports back to Gelt that his researches have turned up 2 possible locations: the barrow of ancient tribal chieftain Marbad in Midland, or the tomb of the unknown lord in the dusty foothills of distant Estalia. Gelt decides that it is time he took to the field to beat the enemy to its prize. So let's choose Estalia first. So it says move any character to the following region: Magrita, or however we pronounce that. And let's see. Honestly, this bright wizard, we'll use him. Actually, I'd kind of like to have a wizard in that stack. I'm just gonna use this. I'm thinking I'm just gonna use this. Well, I kind of need this hero here too, because he's spreading public order in this province, which was suffering a little bit. Can't bad. So I mean, public order is pretty good here. This particular wizard may not be necessary. And looking at Estalia, Magrita, so we've got to get them all the way to here. So let's pick that character.
Let us forge our fate.
Okay, it's not going to take him terribly long to get there, but it will take him a while. So we've got those moves underway, and we can continue towards the Amulet of Sea Gold. Let's look at the Cloak of Molten Metal. Win the following battle, so all we have to do is win the battle. But that would require that Balthasar's army be in pretty good shape and not surrounded by chaos, which neither of those is true at the moment. So we've still got to work on that just a little bit. Let's go ahead and end turn. We can upgrade Sextus. I'm going to actually upgrade him right here at, well, let's give him a Warhorse to start with. Then we'll upgrade him at Marshal, and there's definitely ways in which we can help him level up faster, and I will show you something I've been tinkering with. You can tell me what you think.
Friends of the Empire, come.
So they want me to join the war against the vampires. I'm good. Or no, maybe it was Greenskin. It was Greenskin, sorry, my bad. If I didn't have Chaos to contend with, it would be very fun to go off and try and attack the Greenskins. But we do have Chaos to contend with, and right now they are a little bit powerful. We're going to need to get both armies involved because there's 4 Chaos stacks around right now, and Ostland has done a poor job, to say the least, at keeping them out. We do need to go check all of my diplomatic screen and make sure that we've got people assigned to go on the attack. No, I'm not going to join the war, but nice thinking though.
Yeah, peace. For that.
Military access, yes, you may have it. So Bretonia is actually up near me. That's interesting to see. They might actually be following up on a military war coordination target. And it looks like we actually have some people keeping Scaling and Varg honest up there in the north, so that's also good to see them doing that. We have a rebellion at Averland. Ambusher discovered. And we have raiding.
What does the Emperor bid? Not likely. To the provinces?
Okay, let's take these guys out of force march and see if we can put down this rebellion. It's saying that this is stacked against me. And I could understand why, because they have 2 mortars. But if this character right here is on horseback, I don't really see how this would go against us because I can overwhelm them with numbers. So let's fight this. All we need to do is take out their mortars relatively quick, and we should be good. Their mortars will be relatively inaccurate, and if I deploy my men behind that hill, then they won't have line of sight on me right away. And if my lord is mounted, I should be able to use him to do quite a bit of damage. He is mounted.
Soldiers of the Empire!
Who's faster? The halberds. Swords, same speed. Okay.
Ready for war!
I'm actually going to spread out some so that the mortars are less likely to hit multiple units.
Vermidia, guide us!
Okay.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
I'm going to hard group these guys just so they're easier to move. You can do that by pushing Control G to create the group, or just creating the group and then just clicking the little lock icon here. G creates a group. Some of you ask me sometimes like how I do the waypoint. Like, you can hold shift and right click and draw a path for a waypoint, so that's another good thing to do. And you can move units by holding Alt and then left click dragging them into position as well. So a couple of movement things that, you know, if you're new to the game, you probably do want to be learning some of those. They'll help you move your troops better. So I've got my main line moving up, and I've got my lord moving in from the flank. Their lord is going to be dangerous to my infantry, and their outriders are also going to be dangerous because I have no answer to them. But if I can quickly get in, pin down their infantry, chase down their skirmishers and artillery, it will start to turn the battle in our favor. And you can see when the mortars do hit, they do significant amounts of HP damage to infantry. It's definitely not an insignificant. I'm going to keep swinging around behind with my lord, and I'm going to bum rush this artillery just as quick as I can get to it. Their artillery is not missing at all either. Like, every shot it's taken has been a dead hit, which is honestly pretty suspect. Because every time I use the howitzers, they hit very, very little. Okay, I am going to start swinging these guys in, swing these guys in, keep pushing forward. The AI is running away from me. I'm just going to keep my lord behind them. And we just need to engage those howitzers. So they're going to give up both their howitzers here. But I can't quit pursuing their skirmish units, because they will shoot me to death if I stop pursuing them and just sit still. Try and pin down as much of their infantry as possible. Okay. I'm gonna charge into their lord real quick and just do some damage to him. I'm gonna pin their handgunners into that blob. I'm gonna actually disengage with my cavalry unit and try and run a rear charge right here. Gotta pin in those handgunners. Let's bring the rest of our infantry up. Those outriders are definitely gonna be a problem. I'm trying to break the leadership of these units real quick, and right now we're succeeding because they're surrounded. If we can break their leadership, it's going to bode poorly for the rest of their army, and right now we are succeeding. Their leadership has been entirely broken from the rear charge by my lord there. Let's get my lord out of that fight. Those outriders not causing a lot of damage, fortunately for me, but my infantry line crushing the enemy here, and we're going to chase until they break. And now I should be able to focus on them. We definitely want to get these units completely broken. So I am going to chase. Even though it's going to get me shot repeatedly, it worked. So now we'll send, let's ungroup all of our guys. And I'm going to send one unit just to chase the outriders. I'm going to engage the enemy lord with some infantry, so that I can bring my lord in and charge him from behind. Like I said, all we need is just one halberdier unit to just push the outriders back from this fight. And then we'll just overwhelm the enemy lord. It's pretty straightforward here. I was able to complete the plan exactly the way that I needed to. And so here comes my lord, going to be charging in, causing significant damage. And then now we can chase the enemy lord. The outriders will get away, but we can sick everybody on the enemy lord here and fast forward till he dies. And that should be the end of the rebellion. So even though the auto-resolve wasn't going to give us that, we had numbers on our side. If we would have sat back, of course, their mortars would have killed us. But, you know, I'm not going to sit back. You just got to bum rush. And the AI obviously didn't like having my lord on horseback behind them. So that's one of the reasons why putting a lord on horseback is one of the first upgrades I give them. It just makes them a lot more mobile, makes them a lot more capable when it comes to assisting you with your need in campaign. There we go. We killed the enemy lord. That should be the end of the Averland rebels. Pappenheimer. He sounds like a guy who brews a really like a beer or something. Come to Bertie Pappenheimer's brewery. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Do you think he's like the old world equivalent of Duffman from The Simpsons? Really, the Outriders like survived, and they were going to give them another lord on the next turn. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay. So the Averland rebels have been destroyed. It's going to give us a temporary reprieve there. Let's see what we can do elsewhere.
Now.
Gelt's army is definitely still doing some retraining, and there are 2 chaos stacks here.
Do not waste my
I mean, I do have a lot of cavalry here. I mean, I can definitely cause a lot of damage to chaos, but I mean, they've got chosen, they've got a lord here, got another lord here, chaos spawn. I mean, their armies are going to be significantly powerful. Let's take a look at the diplomacy picture real quick. and just see if we have war coordination targets available. We do not. Who else has not allied with me at this point, though? Talea. How come you all aren't interested?
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
Well, they are interested. How about a military alliance? I guess sometimes you just have to ask. Let's set a war coordination target against Warriors of Chaos, Archaon the Everchosen. Let's set it against these guys down here. Alright, so that's useful. Cancel out of there.
Ready.
Looks like this warrior priest has leveled up. Increase growth. Let's go ahead and give him the warhorse. Again, like I said, if those guys have to come into combat, that gives them a massive usefulness boost.
Yes.
Carl is 2 turns from pretty much having a complete army. I want this bright wizard in his army, so that we can try and fireball spam enemy lords. So that'll definitely be in the cards for me. Bretonia has this stack headed up here, but I don't think that they have what it's going to take to deal with those guys. And if I was fully replenished, I would consider coming down here and taking on the chaos stacks, but I'd kind of like to get a little bit more replenishment done. I do have a fair bit of money. Let's see if there's any critical structures. Looks like Altdorf is pretty well built, except for the colleges of magic and the port. Not much I can do in this province. Next time I play a campaign, I'm going to use a couple of extra mods I've been tinkering with. The ones that allow your lords and heroes to have up to 60 points for upgrades. I really like that one. It makes it a lot of fun. You can like just go to town on your heroes and lords. The other one I like is the one that makes it to where the small settlements can go all the way up to tier 4. And I like that too because it just gives you more flexibility with each province on where to build stuff and what all you can complete. Because you can see there's a lot of buildings that have to be at least tier 4 but not tier 5. And then it takes away from your ability to build tier 5 buildings. And it's not like you can't get around that on a normal basis. You can. It's not the end of the world, but I just kind of like the other idea better. Trying hard to keep the public order stable here, and I've spent a considerable amount of money on it, but I also better spend some money on some defenses. Let's take Sextus, and I think we can level him up relatively easy. I say that I was going to try to assault the garrison, and it's giving me pretty poor chances. Let's go try a different garrison since we just jacked with those guys. Really? What about this Greenskin agent? No. Apparently Sextus just doesn't want to do anything right now. That's what it boils down to. He's feeling lazy. Let's move him off away in here. He doesn't have good enough chances to accomplish anything this turn, so we'll just wait a turn, see if we can find anything else to do. Patchy Saltbringer has ranked up, and honestly, putting him up on a Pegasus is going to make me pretty happy. Pretty happy, folks. Let's go ahead and upgrade that settlement with the little bit of money we have in the turn. Got my warrior priest headed down to Magrita, or whatever that province is, so that we can hopefully finally fight the first battle of the Amulet of Seagold. I forgot all about the quest battles for the longest time, and I don't know why. I actually really like them. I find them to be quite a lot of fun. So I'm not really sure why I ignored those. It looks like those 2 Chaos armies up north have split up, potentially giving Gelt an opportunity to catch one of them one-on-one. We'll see. And then the other ones are headed south, but that should give me a chance to intercept them with Karl Franz. The Dwarfs are sending armies north. That's good too. That can kind of deter Chaos from having an unopposed march south. So the alliance of men and dwarves holds fast in the face of Chaos. Not gonna lie though, I like the fact that in my vampire campaign that the gaze of Nagesh cut down Archaon once and for all, ever ridding the old world of the infestation known as Chaos and her minions. It's really quite wonderful. Okay, we gained a follower. Rating still as expected. Alright, and you can tell we're finishing our recruiting because the amount of money we have is steadily decreasing. And this is not Archaon, but I would like to give him a savage beating nonetheless. So let's take Balthasar up here. And between the Witch Hunter and the Light Wizard, we should be able to snipe out their lord pretty effectively. And then Balthasar, I'm going to try and use him to buff my infantry if I have any magic left. Obviously our great swords, we'd kind of like them to face off, well, against anything here. These guys have a ton of good infantry, but fortunately I have a bunch of infantry killers in the form of cavalry. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. Should be fun. That'll probably be pretty much the end of this episode. It's nice to actually get to fight Chaos from time to time rather than just chasing him. And this guy looks like he's got some... What is that on his face? I mean, you got something right there in your face, buddy. And I don't imagine that makes it very easy to see what's going on in the battlefield. It'd be kind of funny to just like see him staggering around all over the place, casting spells into his own men.
Great swords! Swordsman!
Our great swords are going to be pretty capable infantry. I don't know that they're up to all these big-time chaos enemies that they're going to be facing, but they do have a chaos giant. It's a good thing that I have missiles, and same thing with the chaos trolls on the battlefield. Let's see, chaos knights should easily be dealt with by demigriffs with halberds. And then, so I've got demigriffs. I want the halberd units out on the flanks to take down chaos knights. Out here, and then I'm actually going to put my Reichsguard and the other demigriff knights right here towards the center to kind of do some significant damage. And then we'll let's see, I got Balthasar at the ready. I want my Witch Hunter up front, and I want my Light Wizard. I want my Light Wizard over here too. Let's start the deployment. They do have hell cannons, unfortunately. That's actually kind of a problem. That means they're gonna just engage me straight away and sit on their duff. Let's go ahead and move up over here. Move up my armies. I'm gonna tell my cavalry not to run though, so that my infantry can stay up front. And then I want my Witch Hunter and out front. I'm going to put these guys on skirmish. Also want them out front. Take them off fire at will, so I can choose their target. Oh gosh, please miss. Woo! Not exactly a miss. That was kind of ugly. Hate the hell cannons. When you don't have a flying unit, the hell cannons are annoying to deal with, and the AI is guaranteed to get several very good hits with them. Chaos Knights, I feel pretty confident that I can destroy them with demigriffs with halberds, as long as I keep my distance from infantry support. I'm going to go ahead and take my Light Wizard, and I'm going to Burning Gaze of Shim this guy. Shim's Burning Gaze. Got a pretty good hit. It's going to be ready very quickly, so we're going to Burning Cheese this guy. Something fierce here. The hell cannons continue to fire though, so I do want to make this quick. Oh, solid hit there into my great swords, unfortunately. But we are doing significant damage to the Chaos Sorcerer. Okay, the Chaos Sorcerer is near dead. Unfortunately, I have to use one more. I'm going to try and recharge the Winds of Magic a little bit. Got him. Okay. I'm going to take my infantry. I'm going to hard group them. I'm going to give them an attack order as I move up. Hit the Chaos Knights. Hit the Chaos Knights. Let's get a lot of our cavalry moving to the flanks. Let's get Gelt up here. And go ahead and target right here the trolls. Actually target the Chaos Giant. Okay, where's Gelt? Plague of Rust right here in the middle of the Chaos units. Take out those chariots. Chaos Knights got easily and quickly wrapped up. My infantry is going to struggle badly in this fight. The chariot's going down quickly, fortunately. Those Chaos Warriors are actually about to break. I'm going to go silence the Hell Cannons. I've had enough of this bullcrap. They are slamming my cavalry right now. Let's see, where is the Chaos Giant? Let's pause it real quick. I can't seem to find the Chaos Giant. My infantry is just getting downright trashed for the most part, so our cavalry is going to need to act quickly. Let's go ahead and take care of a couple of things real quick. We got the Witch Hunter. I cannot seem to locate the Chaos Giant. Did he die already? Apparently we killed it. Is that his corpse right there on the ground? Yeah, sure enough. Wow, we killed the Chaos Giant very quickly. Very good. That's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to take these infantrymen, and I need these demigryphs at the ready, these Reichsguard to move there. Like I said, we're about to silence the Hell Cannons. We've killed this Chaos Warrior pretty easily with our cavalry, and I'm going to use the Accuse on my Witch Hunter. Might as well just use it somewhere. I don't think it's going to do a ton of damage to those guys, but I mean, it's kind of like, why not at this point? Let's go ahead and hit play. I'm going to move Balthasar up here. Let me remind myself what these other items are. So he's got increased power reserves. I want to use that. That one also increases power reserves. Ooh, this speculum thing. Let's move him up and use that. Okay, let's start targeting into the back of that. Okay, into the back of these. Back of that fight right there. Let's go ahead and get into combat up here just to help out. Reichsguard can punch on through. We're going to need to help my Demigryph Knights over here. I'm going to punch into the back of that. Let's use this ability here. Both the Hell Cannons have been silenced. Reichsguard Knights hammering home. We are definitely starting to see the dissipation of some of the Chaos troops with their leader dead. Well, those great swords still got hammered on. Chaos infantry is significant here. But they've been destroyed by my cavalry, and that's the whole reason why I've fielded so much cavalry. I would still like to get slightly different units in this army, but I'm pretty happy with the damage that I can cause between the demigryphs. The demigryphs with halberds easily own Chaos Knights, easily. So that's obviously quite handy. The only thing we're left doing right now is cleaning up a Hell Cannon, and the rest of my cavalry can mop up at will. And then the Light Wizard obviously easily taking care of the Chaos Lord. So really quite handy there. Looks like we were finally able to dispatch the Hell Cannons. Just make sure all my units are engaged in chasing fleeing units here, and make sure that we wipe Chaos clean. And I'm not talking about their butt, that's up to them. So we're going to cause substantial losses to this army by the time it's able to flee. Yeah, those demigryphs are just brutal against infantry. Look at that, 130 kills against high-tier Chaos Warriors. One of my Reichsguard here, 69. The other one, 59. Reichsguard, pretty good against infantry as well. And then the demigryphs with halberds, just monstrous against enemy cavalry. And also very good against enemy monsters. Monstrous against monsters. So my army definitely starting to take shape. Definitely would like a few more great swords, but I can live with what I have there for now. As long as I don't get double teamed, I should be able to handle what's going on there. I'm gonna just execute the captives. We picked up some really nice loot off that fight. I cannot chase this army and hunt them down because it'll leave me vulnerable to Archaon. I could just come here and park next to, well, no, that settlement's very weak. So I'm actually going to try and force march my way back to Talabheim. Oslin's army, you would think would be defending their homeland, but amazingly is not. Wait, how do I have the Amulet of Sea Gold if I haven't fought the battle yet? I'm a little bit confused, I must admit. Okay, whatever. Alright, well we can upgrade Balthasar. Lightning Strike would also be pretty helpful to get to, and it looks like I'm fairly close. And I'm trying to think though, I mean like this Honest Steel right here, that can actually upgrade the melee defense and attack of spearmen and swordsmen, halberdiers pretty significantly, to the point where it makes them fairly dangerous. It also gives him Hold the Line as an ability, so I'm actually going to come work this a little bit, and eventually we can get Rally too, which honestly, that would make Balthasar a lot more handy in supporting the troops, so I'm going to give him some of those upgrades. Let's see, one more turn till we finish Franz's army, and his army has got a lot more substantial punch to it here, and we will use it to make sure that these guys don't get too far south. Wertbad has a pretty substantial defense. We can hold off for a while there, and we should be able to help clean these guys up. Let's see what else we can do with my Witch Hunters, or anything else that we can make him handy at. Guards own army from heroes, that again could be very handy. And reduction in vampiric and chaos corruption is not going to hurt either. Let's have him guard my army from hero success chances though. Well, no, I'm gonna go with propagandist, just to keep driving out the chaos corruption. We'll be able to get Gelt's army put together pretty quick again, and then we can try and go hunt down Archaon while his other army is kind of still reeling there. So feeling good about where this episode left us. Hope you all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing out. I will see you next time.